guest is extremely excited that football is back because he actually trains up-and-coming defensive backs for the NFL at his company, the Defensive Back Factory in Los Angeles. This guy played for UCLA. He also played for the Saints and the Eagles in the NFL, as well as the CFL too. Guys, please give it up for Matt Clark.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Matt,
I appreciate the warm welcome. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm super excited to have you today.
Likewise, thank you.
You're in Los Angeles, correct?
I am. I'm in Studio City, so yeah, right in the base of Los Angeles, so yeah.
Right, and you are from Los Angeles as well, and played for UCLA. How was that you're from Los Angeles and got to play for UCLA?
Well, you know what? It all worked out. I mean, it's great. I mean, obviously, it's home. It's like my backyard, so the big thing was just the comfort thing of having family close by. So that was a big decision or choice that I had to make, prior to trying to figure out what college I wanted to go to. So, like, the family factor, being close to home so family can come out and support anytime they wanted to, games, and even visit the campus as well. It definitely was pretty big for me for my overall college experience, for sure.
And what got you started in football?
You know what? I think I just come from a sports background. I mean, I'm the youngest. I got 4 older sisters. Don't ask me how I survived. No, my parents had always instilled, like, putting us in sports, though. So all my older sisters, they all ran track. They were in cheerleading. So I think once the boy came around me, they had me start off in track, and then football just kind of happened, and just something that I just took a liking to, and my parents weren't parents that wanted to push anything on us. They would give us, show us little opportunities that, open us up to certain new things, and if it's something that stuck with us that we loved, then they were all about it, though. So football was just kind of, my parents put me in one year, and my first year I just found success at it. I loved it and loved the whole team environment type of thing, and the rest was history after that.
Now, did you ever think that you were going to go pro? It's huge.
You know what? I would say, yeah, in a sense, though. It seems so far away, but I think as I continue to grow, get older, just going through middle school, high school, and kind of figuring out how I performed against the competition and always kind of being successful on the field, I felt like the NFL was definitely a possibility, though. You know what I mean? And I think after my high school career, once I got a scholarship to UCLA, I think that it was even a little bit more clear. The NFL seemed, even when I got to UCLA, it still seemed really far away. College, kind of almost like a whole new identity. You got to kind of, load up again, so to speak, and figure things out. And as I progressed throughout college, it kind of got a little closer. I was like, whoa, I think this is really it's a good chance that I can get an opportunity, though. So to answer that, I guess yes, right?
What was it like to sign that first NFL contract with the Saints?
Well, so my experience during the whole draft day experience, unfortunately, I did not get to hear my name called during those whole 2 days of the draft process. So that was kind of like, whoa. But immediately, right after the last name of I think they call him mystery relevant or something in the NFL, whoever the last person is getting drafted, I think I got a phone call from my agent that a few teams were lined up that wanted to that were considering me in the draft, but they want to bring me in the training camp. You know what I mean? So they want to sign me as an undrafted free agent, though. So basically, the New Orleans Saints called, talked to my agent. It seemed like that was the best situation for me, and I think the next day they kind of faxed over or UPS a contract for me, and went ahead and signed that bad boy, sent it back over, and yeah, I think I was on a flight maybe a couple days after that to rookie mini camp. So that whole experience, so even though I didn't get, I wanted to get my name called. I thought that was a possibility. It didn't, but I think I still experienced the same feeling or those same emotions once that NFL contract was actually in front of my face, and my parents and my family were able to see that, and like, wow, this is like reality now, so to speak. So yeah. So nonetheless, though, it was kind of surreal. Just something that you've been working for your whole life, kind of came together. No matter how it was at the end. It wasn't the perfect picture, but at the end of the day, it was a contract in front of me, and that organization saw something in me, and so it was a blessing for sure.
And how was it playing with the Saints?
Oh, I mean, I love the organization. I mean, first and foremost, I love the city of New Orleans. That was my first time actually just being out there, experiencing the culture out there. I mean, it's just amazing. If you've ever been to New Orleans before, everybody knows it's like they have a real big, rich history of just the food, the music, the people, just really down to earth, though. So it's just a great melting pot. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing. So just making that transition out there from LA, obviously it's a lot different, though, but me being in LA my whole life, it was really exciting to actually kind of step into new territory, so to speak,
right,
and explore new territory. So that was exciting for me. But besides the city, the energy, I mean, it was a great organization as well. Had an opportunity to just really learn from some great coaches and even players at the time as well. This was during 2005, so this was actually, I got there right before Katrina hit, though. So like, I was literally on that roster when Katrina happened. So that was quite an experience as a rookie coming in to the league. Just almost like, at the end of the day, we didn't even have a home. After the last preseason game, there wasn't a home for us to go to. We had to relocate to Houston, So, but, it happened. But outside of that, man, one of the better organizations that I had an opportunity to be around. Tons of fun. Front office people were great. Like I said, the players, coaches, it was just an amazing experience for sure. And me just being a rookie, eyes super wide open, like, wow, like I almost sometimes having to pinch myself, like, if I'm really here though, So that was an amazing experience for sure.
And who were some of the players that kind of helped shape you with the team?
You know what? There was, at the time we had, there was a receiver, Joe Horn. I'm pretty sure you may have heard of him. He's one of the all-time greats in the New Orleans, just their whole franchise as a receiver. But although this was a guy that I competed against at practice every day, he was just a great motivator, though. Just seeing me as a young guy coming into the league, just really encouraged me. He's the superstar on the team, but really encouraged me to get reps with him at practice, though, and kind of turned into something where when I did have my opportunities to get out on the practice field and compete, I was always hoping that Joe Horn was on my side because I just knew I was going to get better though. So, yeah, it just shaped me on the field, just how to like work harder, and become a student of the game, get in the film room, and just work, at the end of the day. So he helped me with that, just the work ethic, and then also just how to handle yourself as a professional off the field, which is the most important thing, because, a lot of guys they come into the NFL and, they get a lot of money up front and, now it's almost like they're kind of on their own. They've never experienced this type of money. Most of them have, most of the athletes, and now they're instant millionaires. And their lives change, and they're kind of, out in the spotlight now. So, there's a certain way of how you have to operate and conduct yourself, you know what I mean? And possibly and hopefully ensure that you got a good group of guys around you. I think that's super important for any rookie coming into the league, So, yeah.
Well, and right now, you are a mentor to up-and-coming NFL players. You own the Defensive Back Factory. So I'm assuming you mentor and as well as teach these kids how to be a defensive back, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's the perks that comes along with working with athletes. I mean, not just only having the opportunity to stay close to the game. That although I've been removed from the game for years now. It's still great to kind of still be close, very close, and be just obviously I'm on the other side now, the coaching side, but being able to share all my experiences with the guys that I learned on the field and off the field as well, and just to help them along their journey is amazing, though. You know what I mean? It's been huge. So, like you said, it's not only the football side, teaching them, how to be a better fundamental defensive back and be more effective on the field for themselves and their teammates, but also, how to conduct themselves off the field as well. It's not always, football talk on the field with the guys. It's life stuff, like man-to-man type conversations we have, and it comes from a very honest place as well, which these guys need to hear. They got to have, they kind of gravitate toward authenticity, and that's, I kind of try to pride myself on keeping it 100 with the guys. We always talk about that, being authentic, keeping it real, no matter bad or good, though, we have those type of conversations, though. So, yeah, it's a process, and I've been able to kind of play a little part in those guys' lives, and they have their families, and I come into their lives at a certain part of their lives, which is a very critical part as they prepare for the draft, and I'm able to have that time with them, though, and it's kind of led to some lasting relationships with some of the guys.
Do you have any guys that you've trained and coached that are currently in the NFL?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's quite a few. One guy, Justin Reed, with the Houston Texans, he's going in his third year now. Jarrell Peppers with the New York Giants. We got, God, who else do we have? It's
there's so many you forget.
Yeah, there's so many guys. Hey guys, I love you guys. Yeah, so those are the guys that's kind of popped up. There's quite a few more guys. Love you guys. You guys know I know you, but outside of that, it's just been great to see those guys make that transition. To be able to work with them and help them with that transition, and now they're in their second year, first year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and finding success at that level. So that's, for me as a mentor, as a coach, that's it doesn't get any more rewarding than that,
a transition in your life right now too. You are transitioning into acting.
I'll be back in a couple hours and we're out of here, all right? I might go back in town, pick up something, and I'll be back.
What has gotten into you?
I was telling you, I'm super inspired. I think this is the wake-up call I needed.
Tell me how your athlete mentality works as an actor as well.
Oh my God! It's been everything for me. It's been everything for me. Just the work ethic that I was exposed to from the football, from my football experience, the team environment, understanding responsibilities, executing it and performing at a high level, the more continual work, the more film study to prepare yourself on the football field. That, not only with acting, but just life in general, that whole just experience and that grind that I went through in my playing career has been tremendous for me as an actor, as I made the transition to the arts, into film and television. So it's fairly new for me. This has been 5 years now for me as an actor in this whole new world that I'm navigating and exploring, and it's been a joyful, tough, and so many emotions going through this process. It's not the easiest, but like you said, the stuff that I've learned from football, the things that I've been through, just in life in general, I feel like has prepared me for this new territory that I'm exploring now. So it's been great for me. It's my preparation, as I go through this process of trying to introduce myself into this new world, so to speak,
Right. Well, and acting is not easy. But either is getting into the NFL. So I feel like if you could do one, you could do the other.
No, absolutely. It's it's definitely it's a grind. It's tough, but with me being a defensive back, and just playing this game in general, you're gonna go through a lot of adversity. That's just life in general, but one thing that I was taught as a cornerback, as a defensive back, is you're going to get beat a lot, There's going to be some negatives, sometimes even more than positives, though, But it's about having a short memory, and moving forward and getting ready for the next play, making those adjustments on the go, being able to adapt on the fly. I feel like those components have really, translated into film for me, you know what I mean? And just me transitioning as an actor into this whole new world is like, yeah, I know it's tough, just like the NFL trying to break in, but I love it. And I think the love and the passion for the arts, film, cinema, television, all that good stuff, that's the thriving force that I'm counting on. And not only that, the work ethic as well. It's just work your tail off, keep your head down, and I'm a true believer that, God will orchestrate some things for you behind the scenes when you're my process right now. So I'm enjoying it, for sure.
So we actually had the opportunity to work together. We had an opportunity to combine both TV and football.
We did.
And you put me through a defensive back training session. Now we have all the time for the show today, so I'm gonna play that next week. So everybody, guys, if you want to see Matt basically kick my ass, it was so much fun though. Go ahead and tune in. The next show. Matt, how do you think the training session went?
No, I think it went really well. It was a blast to work with you. You worked your tail off. You're super attentive to the details, ask questions. And those are all things that I ask from my phenomenal job, though. So it